Welcome back to the channel, my fellow traders. The last few days for NIO stock have been absolutely crazy, but on this channel we've been insanely accurate in predicting its short-term price movement. Yesterday I told you guys clearly that if NIO stock closed below 38.9, expect a further move lower, and in fact today the stock ended up dropping all the way down to 36.9, which was the exact level that I told you guys to watch for on a move lower. So if you want to learn all these different strategies, be sure to subscribe to this channel and go get my new book, A Technical Trader's Handbook, on Amazon that covers all these strategies and a lot more advanced ones. But anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down NIO's updated price prediction, technical analysis, and again, my personal strategy of where to buy, where to enter, and how exactly to profit off NIO stock. We've been super accurate, so subscribe and let's jump into the video. Alright, so jumping into the technicals, we can see a few things right off the bat. So first of all, right again, we were forming this massive symmetrical triangle, and I told you guys a few days ago that we'd probably break out into the downside. We broke below this previous higher low right here at 38.9, which was the breaking point, because now we're, instead of forming higher lows, we're now forming lower lows and officially entered a downtrend. That's why, as you can see, we have this massive break and we ended up dropping all the way down to about this level here at about 36.9 again, which was the exact level I told you guys to watch for, which is this previous level of support, resistance support right over here. Now going into the 1 month chart, we can see we're still continuing to form lower lows and lower highs, right? Lower lows and lower highs still down in this channel. And we tried to break out of it. In fact, today we came down and boom, we exploded up to the upside, but we got a false breakout because we were unable to break above our previous lower high, which was this immediate resistance right over here. We failed to get any follow through and we got our false breakout. But anyways, even taking a look at the 1 day 5-minute chart, we pushed up exactly up to that 38.9 level, which we had broken, turned into resistance, and this again further validated the fact that buyers were not strong enough to commit to the higher price level. Shorts instantly stepped up at this previous level of support, turned into resistance, and we ended up dumping even further. So overall, the fact that we're now turning this previous level of support into resistance is not bullish at all. In fact, it just further shows the fact that sellers have seized control and that buyers are weak. And look, I'm not trying to be bearish, guys. I give it to you guys how I see it. I tell you guys the technicals how I see it, and that's why many of you guys avoided buying yesterday as we continued even lower. Now, in fact, taking a look at the chart, we can see that we're again beginning to enter that lower low and lower high channel. In fact, if I actually go back to the hourly chart real quick, we can see that this lower low and lower high channel that we have, we've again re-entered it right over here. So it's very likely that, in fact, I think we might come back down to about this 36.8 level, or in fact even all the way down to this bottom diagonal support line of this channel right over here. Another thing I do want to mention is that we failed to break above the 9 EMA, and again we're turning into resistance. We can see the 9 EMA, which is this blue line. It's one of my favorite indicators. It shows who is controlling the trend, and by being below it and turning it into resistance, it shows that buyers are not willing to pay a premium compared to NIO's shorter term average price. And we can even see once we broke above and came back down right on this candle, we can even see that the top of the candle's wick found resistance right at the 9 EMA on this hourly chart, and now again we're continuing lower. One thing I will say is that overall we are pretty oversold on the momentum indicators like the RSI and the MACD. So from that aspect, I think it's very likely that we could begin to kind of find a base at this point or potentially consolidate. I won't lie, I think this is an area where we might kind of consolidate. The fact that we got big buying pressure right over here early hours tells me that maybe some sort of fund or institution really bought heavily after this dip, because you can see during this entire downtrend there's been not much volume, right? Not much volume, but the fact that we saw large spikes in volume early morning kind of tells me that maybe some sort of institutions or big retail investors are beginning to load up. So now that you get a rough understanding of the technicals, let's talk about my price prediction and my exact strategy of where to buy and how to buy. But before I do so, So if you haven't already, go get my new book, A Technical Trader's Handbook, on Amazon. It covers a ton of advanced trading strategies that not a lot of people talk about. These are strategies that have helped me help you guys catch over 100% moves simply because of the technicals. So go get the book, leave a review, and let's jump into the strategies. Alright, so like I said, at this point we could totally start to see consolidation at this point, consolidation at this level, or we could continue lower, right? I think it's very likely now that we pull back down to this level here at, about 36.9 before, we see any continuation higher. I think it's very likely, again, we formed our double top. We got our top here, double top, and we come back even lower. So the overall trend is looking bearish, but as for me personally buying, what I'll be waiting for is, again, let's say for our first scenario, we do end up bottoming at this level, consolidate. First thing I need is a break above the 9 EMA. That's the first part of it. We got our break here, but again, immediate level of resistance. So what I'll be waiting for is a break above the 9 EMA. We need to consolidate, and I would not be buying until we broke above this level here at 38.9. I need NEO stock to reclaim this level before I buy if we bottom at this level, because like I mentioned, right, we're forming lower lows and lower highs. As long as we remain below the previous lower high, technically we're still in a downtrend, right? We need to form higher highs and higher lows and form a new high before we officially break out of the downtrend. That's why I need a break above this level before I look to add into my NEO position. Now, if we end up breaking lower, let's say we don't end up getting that, right? And we ended up dropping all the way down to $34. Well, at $34, similar thing, right? I need to see us form higher highs and higher lows and break above the 9 EMA. In fact, if I go to the 4-hour chart, we can see this a little better. Right over here, right? Like, let's say right over here, right? We started finding a base. We started consolidating. We broke above the 9 EMA, started forming higher highs and higher lows, and boom, we exploded higher. Similarly, right over here, right? Consolidated, broke above the 9 EMA, and exploded higher. So it's simple as that, right? Waiting for a base, waiting for some consolidation, breaking above the 9 EMA, which is this blue line. Moment you break above it, boom, buy into it, higher highs, higher lows, and it goes to the upside. So it's simple as that to trade NEO stock. So overall, these are the key levels to watch. At each level, you now know what to be watching for. You want to see if you can find a base, break above the 9 EMA, form higher highs, higher lows. It's simple as that. A lot of people make technical analysis too complicated, but it's nothing more than that. So with that being said, guys, that's the video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this value-packed technical breakdown, and go get my new book, A Technical Trader's Handbook, on Amazon if you want to learn a ton of advanced trading strategies. And I'll see you guys in the next one.